welcome back to the OICA Video Weekly Column. This week I want to discuss a conversation that happened a few weeks ago. I'm a member of the Downtown Rotary Club of Oklahoma City, and our guest was Senator James Lankford. He came in, presented about what's going on in Washington, D.C. to about 250, 300 club members. Following the speech, he took questions from the audience, one of them being from me. I asked him about cuts to what we've seen with National Public Radio and PBS and the resultant impact it could have on emergency management services with notifications. He talked about his perspective, why he voted the way he did, and said that we probably would have to agree to disagree, which was true. But I certainly appreciated him being forthright and sharing his views on these issues. We've seen a lot of elected officials who are not doing town halls. Certainly that should be part of their role to go out and visit with their constituents. But honestly, the hostility of what's growing in our society certainly has an impact on them wanting to go into a meeting room and talk about these issues. They're having to hire security guards to maintain control in some of these meetings. And while I may not agree with what some of these politicians say, we certainly have to have a dialogue. We have to sit down at the table and discuss the problem first and then try and get to the solutions. So I appreciate any of these officials who are willing to come to a meeting, hold a town hall, do a telephone town hall, whatever it might be, to hear from their constituents. But we also have a responsibility to be civil in these conversations. If we want to see better things happen for the children and everybody in our society, we have to put forth rational ideas and try and come up with a consensus. If we can't agree, then that's what the elections are for. But while these officials are in office, we must have rational, thoughtful conversations, present ideas, and try and bring them to the side of what we want for the better actions and the better policies that will benefit our cities, our state, and our nation. So please share your ideas with elected officials, and hopefully they will communicate back with you, but they need to hear from you. And on that, when you're on social media, remember not to attack individuals when they're talking about these things, especially these elected officials. We have to have a thoughtful dialogue. And when other people post, like what I did on my page, recognize that we are trying to come up with solutions, and it's not a forum for you to make your hostile statements. So I hope some of you will get something out of this, because we are being watched by children by the actions that we take with these conversations. And if we don't want them to repeat those as they grow older, we need to make sure that we act as mature adults as we should. Thank you for listening to this, and please read my column, and please continue to follow along with us at OICA.